And this is AubreyS from Brownsville Games, and we're going to move on to a brand new game show that I grew to enjoy because the original version was hosted by one of my favorite game show hosts of all time, Jim Perry. It's the classic late 70s Card Sharks. However, we're going to be playing the 80s/90s version. And the only reason why I say that is because there's much more prizes and cash to win. It's the Bob Eubanks version. It's far more colorful. And I think the version that I have on my computer is pretty good in terms of having like a television mode edition of Card Sharks. So let's get onto it. Also, this is going to be our 5 times the limit game. Attempt to try to win 5 games in a row. So the champion currently has $32,200. It's me versus myself, I suppose. So hopefully I don't lose to myself. The cards are getting loaded for the first round. And here's the first question. What percentage of married couples does the woman outlive the men? Again, we asked 100 people. I'll say 67. Do I think it's higher or lower? I'm going to guess and say it's lower. The actual answer is 84. I was wrong. So Sifa gets to play. We get to see the card. It's an 8. You can change the card, and we'll do so. Instead of the 8, you're playing with the king. Lower than a king. It's a 9. And Sifa will freeze there. Now, I've been asked this question. They've asked 100 people. How many 100 mothers of 18-year-old daughters would stay and watch her daughter kiss her boyfriend, then walk away? That's creepy as hell. I'm going to guess that it's a pretty low number and say it's 25. Sifa, higher or lower than that? Says it's lower. The actual number is 12. And Sifa again. You have the 9. You can change the card. We'll do so. The 9 now becomes a 7. Lower. Lower than a 7. It's a 6. Freeze. All right, freezing again. Needing 2 more cards. Now, Sifa, we asked 100 people. How many of 100 people said they made a long-distance call at someone's house without telling? How many people have done that? You say 21. I believe it's lower. The actual number of people that have done that is 15. So I finally get on the board. Let's see. My first card is a 6. I don't like it. I'm going to change it. The 6 now becomes an ace. Very good card. It's definitely lower. Lower than an ace is a 5. And I will freeze it there. We're now down to the final question. Someone has to win on the play of the cards. And I will get the question. We asked 100 people. How many of 100 women married 50 years or more said they were a virgin until they got married? So how many of them were virgins by the time they've been married 50 plus years? Hope I said that right. I'm going to guess and say it is, these are some old school people, so I'm going to say 45. Sifa, is it higher or lower than 45? She says it's higher. The actual number is 60. It is. Now here's the situation. Sifa, you can play, and you'll have to play off the 6, and you'll need to flip over 2 cards. If you do that, you win the first game of the match, or you can pass it to me, AubreyS, but I can't change my 5, and I have to flip over 3 cards to win. So play, pass, and if you're going to play, you can change the card. I'm going to pass it. It's been passed to me. I have to play with the 5, and I'm going to say it's higher. Higher than the 5, it's a king. I'm going to say it's lower. Lower than the king, it's a 9, and I'm going to go for it because I have no choice. I'm going to say it's lower than a 9. Lower than a 9, it's an 8, and I win the first game of the match. $100. Now on to round number 2. Sifa must win this game to stay alive in the match. Otherwise, we'll have a brand new champion. Now, Sifa, we asked 100 people. How many of 100 bachelors said they've changed plans on a date because she doesn't want to spend much money? How many bachelors have changed the date because they think that the female doesn't want to spend? It's all on him. I'm going to say 55. 55. Do I think it's higher or lower? I'm going to say that it's probably lower because I don't think dudes are the type that would play that card, especially if they're trying to, have some fun at the end of the night. So I would assume that the gentleman in that person would make the right move and not care about the female having to pay. So I'm going to say it's lower. Alrighty, so the actual answer is 53. Wow. Close, but good enough for me. I get to start off first. With the 8, absolutely not. I'm going to change the card. The 8 now becomes a 7. Not that much of a difference. So I'm going to guess and say it's lower. Lower than the 7? No, it's an ace. So free chance for Sifa. You get the first look. Can't change anything. You're playing off the jack. Says lower. No, it's a queen. So both of us, with only one card, well, the same card we started off with. Here's the new question. AubreyS, myself, I could control this. We asked 100 people. How many of 100 teenage boys, going steady, said they would choose their girlfriend over their best buddy? How many people would do that? Well, there's that common saying, bros before hoes. But people violate that, especially in times of need where people need that companion in their life. And with the whatchamacallit virus that's out right now, which I can't really say fully what it is, I wouldn't be surprised if the buddy gets traded away for the booty. So I'm gonna say it is 60. I'll say 50. I'll say 60%. I'll say 60 people. All right. Sifa, higher or lower? Sifa says higher than that. The actual number is 93. Yes. Much higher. Okay, so playing with the jack wants to keep it lower than the jack. No, it's the same card. Can't win on a push. So I get control. Again, playing off the 7, I'm going to say it's higher. Higher than the 7, it's a 9. I'm going to say lower. Lower than a 9, it's a 4. I'm going to go higher. Higher than the 4. It's an ace, and it's going to have to be lower for a new championship. It is, and I am the new champion. And Sifa leaves as the reigning champion with over $32,000. I will have a chance to reign as the champion as I move on to the money cards. But Sifa again leaves with $32,200 in cash. And here we are. I've won 2 games, and now it's time for me to play the money cards where I can win a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars. We start off with $200 on the first level, $400 on the second level, and the big bet where I have to gamble at least half of my earnings. $50 is the minimum bet, and let's begin. We're going to start with the first level with $200 playing off the jack. I'm going to bet half of it that it's lower. $100 lower than the jack. It's a bonus chance, which means I get 2 chances to win the jackpot at the end of this game. So we're replacing the card. Do I still want to keep that move? I am, and again, I'm going to say it's lower. $100 lower than the jack. It is. It's a 10. You have 3 cards that you can change at any time, but remember, you can only change 1 card per level. I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to choose number 3. Changing the 10, it is now an 8. Not much of a big deal. I'm going to say $50 higher. $50 higher than an 8. No, it is lower. Puts me down to $250. Last opportunity, and I'm going to say $200 that it's lower than the 4. And it's a bonus chance. 3 chances to play for the jackpot. So we replace the card. Pretty good at the end of this bonus game for you to win a lot of money. But for now, what am I going to do? Again, same bet on the 4. It will be $200 lower than the 4. No, it's higher, $50. But we add $400 to that, so it's now up to $450. And you got an ace, so why not max it out? Lower all of it. It is. Puts you up to $900. I'm going to put $800 that it is higher. $800 higher than an 8, higher than a 3. It's a 5. $1,700. You still have 2 cards to change. Going to change the 5. The 5 now becomes a 9. Not a really good choice. I'm going to say $300 that it's lower. $300 lower than a 9. No, it's higher. It's a queen. So now you're up to $1,400. The big bet requires you to gamble at least half of it, or $700, and I'm gonna let it all ride. $1,350 that it is lower. King or an ace can destroy that possibility for $1,350. It is $2,750 as the new champion, and now $2,950 overall. Let's see if the jackpot can be won. There are 3 chances to win the jackpot. If I find one of them with a dollar sign, that is worth $20,000. Let's see what happens. I get 3 picks, so I'm going to pick my number 4 because I was born on January 4th. Is it behind number 4? No, it is not, but I still get 2 more shots. I'm going to pick number 1 because I was born in January. And it is $20,000. I won the jackpot. So my first game ever, with cash, all in cash actually, grand total winnings, congratulations. The grand total is $22,950, which is pretty much not what I expected. I was expecting to lose to myself. It would have been embarrassing. But really, a strong start with $22,950. And with that, I will be returning again to defend my title because I am a champion. And hopefully, I can win 5 games in a row. That was a very hard champion. So that's pretty much it. We'll be back next time.